Oh,
Test,
yep,
one,
here we
two.
are. Can you all hear us?
Are we live?
All right, I guess we're good. So yeah, Squidbird's here with me. He's gonna do this run for y'all and enjoy it.
Was there a name for the file? Did we get that donation goal thing?
Oh yeah, let me double check that real quick. File name is moist.
Moist. All right. It's a good one. All right, everyone. My name is Squidbird. I'm just going to play out the first part of the run, and then since I have some downtime in the first level, I'll explain everything I did in the beginning. But yeah, here we go. All right. All right, so what I did there was I did something called tutorial skip, which allows me to pretty much skip the tutorial. And that Pidgey I took was called Danimal Sounds Pidgey. Shout out to Danimal Sounds. Here, I'm gonna get a Butterfree. Kind of bad RNG there. All right, so yeah. Now I get to look at the sky for like a minute for lag reduction. So yeah, in this run, even though it's auto scroller, it's not that easy. You don't just play through the level, take pictures, and boom, speedrun's done. You actually need to meet a certain point threshold. So a lot of the run, a lot of your focus is going to getting good quality pictures, but really fast. Also, you do get to control the speed of the cart that you're in. By looking forward, you're going the fastest, and then it gradually gets slower the more you start looking back. So coming up here, we're going to take a picture of Meowth. And then I'm going to go for something called Double Point Kangaskhan, which allows me to get apples a lot faster. And I'll explain more about that. All right. So we get to just exit stage. We don't have to wait till the end of the level, because I can just start submitting pictures. So, like I said, a lot of this run is RNG based. And we're going to get to one particular level, the river, where RNG is kind of a run killer sometimes. So, I'm getting some decent points here. That's a bad Butterfree. That's fine. I didn't get the double Kangaskhan. So now, in order to get apples, I need to get 24,000 points. Or is it 2,400? No, 24,000. So I'm just going to take a picture of Electrode really quick and then get out of the level. Okay, so this is... I'm gonna have to go back into the tunnel. I actually didn't get enough points there. I should have moved to the left. Okay, but this is fine. There we go. It's much better. Alright. There we go. So the thing is, you can't unlock an item and a level at the same time. And we need the apples to get past the tunnel level. So now we get to finish it, the entire level. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to snipe Electabuzz with an apple. And that's going to allow me to get a really good picture of him without worrying about getting hit by Electabuzz. Alright. So I look over here, and whenever I keep the camera zoomed in, I do keep my speed. So what I do is I aim forward with C up, and then I just hold the camera zoomed in, and that allows me to keep my maximum speed, which is very important in the speedrun. Alright, so we get some Kakunas there. I activated them by hitting the Electrode with an apple. Here there's a Zubat coming up. It can be kind of tricky to get a good picture. I don't know if that one's going to be good, but you don't need a red dot to submit a picture on the Pokemon. Alright, so coming up here, we got Magikarp. Take that. Now I'm going to move to the left side of the level, and so I am losing speed, but now I just look forward and I'm back to max speed here. So what you're going to see here is something called a photo trigger event. In order to get a picture of Dugtrio, I'm going to need to take 3 pictures of Diglett here, and I will be submitting one of them. After the second Diglett, I'm going to take a picture of Haunter, which you can't really tell it's Haunter, but whenever we do submit the pictures, it will show up as a Haunter. Alright, got the Diglett. And I'm going to do another photo trigger here on Dugtrio. By taking a picture there, I get a much better Dugtrio. So, what makes a picture good is the size of the Pokemon and if they're doing a good pose. So you always want to try to get, you know, a picture that's up close, and you want to see the Pokemon doing some fancy stuff. Alright. Oh, this is not good. Alright, so this is fine. Usually here the run would be dead, but I have a plan, guys. I have a plan. So I failed to get the Magneton by accidentally bopping the Magnemite with an apple. But I low-key kind of wanted this to happen, because we get to take a picture of another Pokemon in the next level that I think the audience would really enjoy. So here I'm just trying to menu as quick as possible. Alright. So, good points on that Dugtrio. Unfortunately, this is only Gen 1 Pokemon. So this is a strat called Rapid Butt, but you don't say butt, it's another word, but I don't want to curse on stream. Here we're just going to bait the Vulpix to get a little bit closer. That strat, I believe, was developed by Levon. I could be wrong. Alright, so here, what I'm doing is lag reducing, the same as I did in the beach level. Alright, so this is pretty bad RNG. I want Charmander to come up closer to Magmar. Perfect. Alright, there we go. So, by doing that, Magmar gets mad, turns Charmander into Charmeleon. Here, we're gonna drop this egg into the lava, and what's gonna happen is Moltres appears. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Alright, I'm gonna try something that I haven't really done much of before. I've tried it a few times. Let's see. I think it's like over here. I'm gonna try to snipe a Charmeleon. Alright. So I missed the snipe. But yeah. Usually the level would end here. But since I missed Magneton, we get to take a picture of Charizard. Which I think is pretty cool. But unfortunately, Charizard does lose a lot of time. Alright. So, next up, we need to get another item. And that item is called the Pester Ball. And I do have enough points for it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm literally going to enter the level and leave right away after I take a picture of this Poliwag. So because I exit the level and re-enter it, it's going to pretend that I completed the level pretty much, and therefore it gives me the Pester Balls. So now we actually enter the river. And also, not only are points important, but the Pokemon count, which is why I had to get Charizard. You must get 40 Pokemon by the time you reach the last level. So boom. I sniped Bulbasaur there with a Pester Ball. And the Pester Ball is basically just like a poison kind of ball thing. I'm gonna take a picture of Bulbasaur. I hope that's a good one. But I have a lot of points, so I'm not too worried. This right here is a strat I developed. It's a way to get Slowpoke to get to his feeding place. And basically, you just use the top of the canopy to sort of clue you in when you want to throw some apples. Now I take a Shelter right there on Slowpoke's tail, then a Slowbro, and then I'm just going to take a picture of Slowpoke here. And that Shelter is worth a lot of points, so that's the best time to get it in the run. You don't want to just get a random Shelter flying around. Alright, so here we're going to go for Metapod. In order to get a good Metapod picture, I'm going to throw a Pester Ball. And we're going to get nice up close and personal. Alright, this next strat I'm going to try. I'm sorry, Quo, if I mess it up. Yeah, didn't work out. So I was attempting to do a Psyduck snipe there, which would have given me like 1,000 extra points, but it's fine. So we're going to get Porygon out of here. And this is where RNG can really kill the run. There's a 54% chance that a cloister will show up. Perfect. All right, we got lucky. Third try cloister. Feels good, man. 57%. I'm sorry. I'm glad I made you proud, Quo. Feels good, man. All right. Pushes up glasses. So here, we're just going to submit all these pictures. And there's sort of a rhythm to menuing. I'm not menuing like super optimally right now, but it's still pretty quick, I guess. I'm just going to submit these pictures. Pretty good slow grow, pretty good slow poke. Almost 3K on the side duck. All right. We have some good points here. So now we're entering the cave. This level has a lot of cool tricks. Or one really cool trick. But what we're going to start off with here is we're going to bait out this Bulbasaur to get closer here. And I'm going to throw a Pester Ball at it. Oh, it's actually a Ditto. Look at that. So we're going to take a picture of Ditto. Then we have another photo trigger event. By taking a picture of Grimer there, we get one to spawn right here up close and personal. So I'm going to throw 3 Pester Balls. And what happens is this Grimer evolves into Muck. Alright. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. So this next right here is pretty crazy. This is called Weeping Bell Snipe. It's kind of RNG, kind of skill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the textures here to sort of inform me when to throw these apples. And if I'm lucky, a Weeping Bell will be right there. Alright, I barely missed the snipe. Alright, I accidentally hit the coughing there. That's fine though. Just get a normal picture of Weeping Bell there. And when the Weeping Bell goes in here, it becomes a Victory Bell. So now we have 40 Pokemon. Or we should. Let's hope that I do. Alright. So we're just going to spam B here to get through the pictures as fast as possible. Now, as with many speed games, we run this on Japanese because it is faster than English. Ooh, almost. Alright. So now, since we have 40 Pokemon, we get to go into the valley. So the first picture I'm going to take is this mountain of Dugtrio. Right now, it doesn't know, the game doesn't know what it is. But at the end of the level, we will unlock a secret pathway to Professor Oak, and he's going to give us a quest to take pictures of these things called Pokemon signs. And that is going to be the second to last split. So most of this level is just going to be looking at the sky. So how's it going, guys? Everyone having a good time? How about that last performance by Andre? That was awesome. I loved every second of it. Yeah, that was really sick. Yeah, so we're just looking at the sky here for a very, very, very long time. Now, it is possible to do what is known as a pictureless valley. I unfortunately did not meet the 130,000 point threshold that is needed to skip that. But I'm only going to have to take one picture, so it's all good. What's the best category that's not any percent? I'm gonna play favorites and say 250K. I mean, not pictureless, like, you know what I meant, Dan. Alright. So, here, I'm gonna throw some Pester Balls, spawning a Dragonite. Another cool Pokemon. Alright, so now we're gonna do some Squirtle bowling. And Squirtle's gonna hit the Mankey there, it's gonna drop it down. Now I'm gonna attempt another trick. That setup was a bit sketchy, but this is called Mankey Snipe. Ooh, and I get the Mankey Snipe, nice. I've been trying that in practice and I couldn't get it, so I'm really happy I at least got that. That saves a lot of time. Yeah, I'm just gonna smash through this text here. Alright. I'm gonna submit these two pictures. And so after this, we're gonna get a new item and it's called I think it's just boosters. Oh, I accidentally entered the valley again. Ah! Dash engine, that's what it is. Alright, not a big time loss compared to the rest of this run. But yeah, we're just gonna zoom through the cave now and get the cave sign. So each level has a sign that I need to take a picture of, and they resemble Pokemon. So the first sign we saw was the Dugtrio Mountain. And then we have a sign in the cave right here, and it's a constellation. And it's Mewtwo. So we're gonna submit that now. Alright, and now we get the Poke Flute, which we need to wake up this Vileplume in the river. And we need to wake up Vileplume not to take a picture of Vileplume, but to get a picture of the sign over here. And it's a Cubone tree. Alright, so I'm going to attempt another trick, and I guess it's called Fast Coughing Sign. I don't know if it has a name, but I'm just going to try to throw a Pester Ball in there really quick, and I missed it barely. We get a coughing sign right there from the volcano. Early volcano sign. Alright. Now, when I was at SGDQ, a runner known as Alpha Delta Me showed me this strat. And it's basically a really consistent way. Oh, and I messed it up. That's fine. I wasn't supposed to hit Electabuzz there. But if I did it right, I would have done it without crashing it in. So yeah, here we need to throw an apple for Pikachu. Bait it towards the egg. And just to be safe, I'm going to look and make sure that I get this. Alright. So what that does is it hatches Zapdos. But again, we don't need to take a picture of Zapdos. What Zapdos does is activate the power in the tunnel, which then allows us to take a picture of the pincer sign. Because you should never take it later than that. Epic. Alright, and so we got one more sign to go. And it's on the beach. This one is a Kingler sign, or a Kingler rock to be specific. Just gonna take it right here. Alright. So by getting 6 signs, what that does is it unlocks the last level known as Rainbow Cloud. So we just get to mash through all this text right here. And now we need to take a picture of Mew. So there's 2 cycles to Mew. We need to throw an apple at him 3 times on what's called the green cycle and 3 times on the yellow cycle. So it's RNG wherever Mew shows up, so I just usually like spam apples on one side and hope to get lucky. So now on yellow cycle, it's just going to try to zoom past us really fast. Alright, that's pretty good. We got 1 more hit. Alright, now Mew has a chance of coming either from the left or right. I always like to guess, and I guessed correctly. Very nice. Alright, so time is going to end after the red text appears whenever I talk to Professor Oak. Time. Alright, not bad considering that my early game was really bad and that I missed Magneton in the tunnel, but yeah, that's Pokemon Snap any %. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun sharing it with you guys, and I'd like to give out a few shout-outs. First of all, to the Pokemon Snap community: Quo, Danimal Sounds, Levon, CC Neverender, Calcium Lemon. I saw Full Air in there. I love you guys. Drogi, anyone else that I missed, I'm sorry. But if you ever want to learn how to play Pokemon Snap, we have one of the coolest communities ever. We will be willing to help you start the game, pick it up, and learn the speedrun. Really nice people. I'd like to also shout out Ceriam. Thank you for being such a cool person on Twitch. I'm glad to have met you. I'm sorry to hear what happened to you, but I'm really glad that we're able to put this marathon together with the help of Waldo. Shout outs to you. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys. Hope I'm not forgetting anyone. But yeah. Oh yeah, let me shout out myself, I guess. I'm Squidbird. I run Pokemon Snap, of course, and Super Mario 64. You can follow me on Twitch or Twitter at YouGotMad, all one word. And you can also find me on SoundCloud at Squidbird. Oh yeah, Quo has a good one. So be sure to check out Speed Docs. It's a documentary series on speedruns, and they've done a few on Pokemon Snap. Really cool videos. I make music for them and stuff, so be sure to check them out on YouTube. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me. Hope you all have a fun rest of your night, and good luck to the next runners.